Speaking of race.
Oh, which one?
You're going to find out.
Oh, let's go.
School apologizes for assignment asking 5th grader to pretend to be a white slave master.
What?
Let me see. Run this up.
So that's
Job description.
yeah. Here's the worksheet that they got handed out. So the name.
Wait.
Time out. Like, what school is this? What?
Wait. With the heart. Wait. So
the name of the assignment is auction, winnings to the highest bidder.
Wow.
Okay.
And he got 5 out of 6. He did a good job.
Wait. Time out. Wait. Well, I want to know what he got wrong.
That's what I'm saying. The living quarters.
So I'll tell you what he got wrong.
So
in
the
a minute.
purpose of this is it's a historical thing.
They're trying to teach kids about slavery. And they thought it was a fun way to get them to learn about it.
Okay, so let's break this down one by one.
Let's role play. Here's a whip.
Wait.
Yeah, let's role play between you two, right?
I will tear this whole studio up. Okay. No, okay,
I'll play the black guys.
Let's break this down. I want to go one by one because I really want to understand what the fuck
fire away. Let me hear it.
Job description. What does it say?
So here's the worksheet for listeners that can't see.
And they're
it right
describing the process of.
It's like a comic strip. You got to do a drawing.
So they drew a picture.
Okay.
So number 1, it was like job description, and it said, I would like a male slave that will collect and grow cotton, rice, tomato,
tobacco,
and wheat. Is that what I said?
Tomatoes, not tomato.
Sorry, tobacco.
That wasn't us. That was you guys.
Oh, but wait. He also erased, if you look, also keep me company.
And they're like, fuck that. And she erased it out.
This is a lonely kid. He's like, I want a slave just to be nice to me.
Keep me company erased is crazy.
That's probably he lost the point.
And the teacher let that slide. The teacher let that slide.
They're like, no, slaves aren't for that. You can't be having fun with them.
Samuel L. Jackson in Django.
Oh my God, the most despicable person.
So she got a mark taken away because she wrote underneath the picture, me trading him nicely. And the teacher was like, no, you can't do that.
That's what got the mark taken away?
Yeah.
No way.
Now, again, where is this
So
school?
then here it said colony placement was question number 2. You're making up your own situation, I guess. So the kid wrote, the slave will live in the southern colony, Georgia. The weather there is hot all year round. All right.
I like how they're saying the slave. Like, they don't even have high
just have
aspirations.
one.
They just have the one.
Have one. Living quarters.
They can only afford one. The upkeep on slaves back in the day was not cheap, bro.
No, and he does only want this one for company.
It was only a small percentage of the South that had slaves. That's why they
anywhere
abolished
you could grow cotton. The cotton belt.
But even then, only a small group of people that had.
Yeah, but it's the rich white people compared to the.
So you see how like Jeff Bezos pretty much has a monopoly on like delivery service because of Amazon, right?
Yeah.
So essentially, the people who had the monopoly on cotton were the ones that could afford slaves. They were like the Jeff Bezos of that time, and they had the money. So not everyone. That's why they abolished it, because white middle class was being developed and they weren't making money.
Yeah.
So like they're like, okay, well, white people aren't making money. We got slaves, so let's free these people so white people can start making money. It was a racist act to end slavery.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
It's also why there were free states in the North, because there was no point in having slaves in the North where you couldn't grow cotton. Like there was, like you had like household, like there were slaves in Canada and stuff too. But they were like, this is kind of fucking
like
weird.
8 months out of the year. They're like, we're kidding.
But that's why they jumped straight to segregation. That's why. So it went from slavery and then like, we still don't fuck with you, but we're trying to get $1. So we can't fuck with you. So let's keep it separate. Yeah. That's why. So that's why this is hilarious. She lost the point
for treating them nicely.
For treating them nicely.
Yeah. And then it said here, living quarters, the slave will live in a clustered shack with a bed, dresser, and mini table. I will lay nice clothes for the slave every day. The slave can also eat with the family. I will also treat nicely. And then additional.
I mean, all things considered, this kid still has a heart.
I think they just want a friend. Like, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
I think they maybe be misunderstanding the whole situation.
Additional skills, the slave will need to speak English.
So it said here, because the parents complained. They saw their daughter doing
What was the complaint?
And they're just like, why are you guys making my daughter pretend to be a slave master? And then a quote here says, I don't think that we should be treating our 5th graders and putting them in the frame of mind of what it's like to own another human being, or what qualifications hypothetically you would want in them. And I question the educational value of the assignment, because if I were asking our students to pretend to be slave masters or anything like that, Why are we giving them points off if they said they treat a slave with empathy?
That's fucking insane.
That's fucked up.
That's the wildest part about this whole entire thing.
The consensus is that it's inappropriate, and then they tried to get the school to like get rid of the assignment, and the school originally was like, nah, like it's a good assignment. Like, what are you guys talking about? We cooked with this one. Like, this is good.
Time out.
Like, we did a good job.
Time out. No. We need to address something. So, where's the school?
Pennsylvania.
In Pennsylvania?
Yeah.
First of all,
Somerset County, Pennsylvania.
First of all, I hate Pennsylvania. I hate the entire state. There's nothing about Pennsylvania. They need to take the whole state, throw it in rice, fix it.
I've never heard anyone hate on Pennsylvania.
Bro, I hate Philadelphia. I hate Pittsburgh. I hate them all. I don't like it. I don't even eat the cheese. That's how much I hate Philly.
I've heard people hate on Philadelphia.
I fucking can't stand them. So, but here's the thing. So you have one story where schools are defending the right to fucking have slavery auction stencils, worksheets, defending the right. And in the same fucking time zone, you got all the way to Detroit, you got teachers getting fired for having a mixtape.
Yeah.
Make it make sense.
Yeah, that's true. Holy full circle moment.
Make it make sense.
Yeah.
This is the same time zone. This is not different.
Yeah.
Like they're like Philadelphia, like Pennsylvania and Detroit are not that far from each other.
No.
Right? That's insane.
No, but they lost points for treating nicely, and they fired the teacher, so it makes sense. If
Dad.
you think about it.
Miss Honeydrip would never.
Oh, dude, imagine if Miss Honeydrip worked at this school.
Oh my, that would be hilarious. That would be so. She should get a job there.
Yeah, she turns the school around.
That would be the most Republican thing to do. See, we hired her. Why? We're not racist. We can't be racist. We hired her. That is insane.
We let her stay in the clustered shack.
Yeah. So basically, what happened was they wanted them to get rid of the assignment. Like, come up with just teach them about slavery. You don't have to do this. And then the school was
What
like,
month were they doing this too? If they did it in February, I swear.
Black History Month.
I would be so fucking mad.
It is a recent story, so it could have been February. But
it was posted 9 days ago, so likely March.
Likely March.
Good.
They waited. They waited.
They waited.
They waited a long 9 days. Like,
That's
that was
They're like,
this
fuck,
year,
we got one extra day this year. It's
That's
tough.
insane.
So, yeah, originally the school was like, no, we're not getting rid of the assignment. And then complaints kept pouring in. And then eventually the school gave in. And they're like, okay, fine, we're going to get rid of it. Here's their apology.
Gave in.
How many parents saw this shit and they were like, yeah, that's cool.
They are.
You know, like they got one complaint initially.
It said here, the assignment has been eliminated from the class and the district deeply apologizes to all who were offended by the assignment. The matter is otherwise being handled internally and measures are being taken to ensure that an unfortunate event like this does not happen again.
Unfortunate event.
These kids are 10 years old.
That's fucked up.
And you're teaching them. I have no issue teaching the kids about slavery, but to come up with a whole stencil.
Like, you
And
got to
then dock
draw a whole
points.
picture and everything.
But
Like,
dock points for, I don't know if it's because the teacher's like, nah, you shouldn't be, or if it's just historical inaccuracy. I don't know.
yeah, but you shouldn't be put in a situation as a child to be like, I would treat him
They
nicely.
don't know better.
What
They
the
just do
fuck?
it trying to get good grades.
Yeah, I don't know how to.
I want to see the teacher. Can we?
I wonder if
pull
the
up
teacher
school?
like went off script. Like I wonder if the teacher went cowboy on this and just kind of vered off from the curriculum and was like,
So I have a
They're like, you got to teach them about slavery. I got this.
I had this is actually fucked up, but I never talked about this on a podcast. So you guys are getting like a little mini exclusive. I had a teacher in the 6th grade. We were reading this book and it was about slavery. Like it said nigga in the book and everything like that. And instead of, because like it was me and a sea of white kids. Like to not be offensive. Like they changed the word, so every time the word would come up, we could have just skipped it.
I thought you were gonna say they just pointed at you. They were like, "Can you say it for us?"
We could just skipped it. But we came up with a sub word, and like hindsight's always 20/20. But the sub word was banana.
That's like, come on, guys.
I swear to God, I'm not bullshitting. I swear to God, it was sub word was banana. And here's the crazy part. So again, here's the even crazier.
Yo.
We're reading this book.
Teacher's like, "Yep, it fits."
We're reading this book about slavery, and it's a fictional book, right? But it's just based off of slave events. And then one day, I remember it was fresh off. I came back. It was a holiday break. I think it was like Thanksgiving, and I would always go to New York for Thanksgiving. I missed the first day of school back. So apparently, the day that I missed, half the class got to pick pieces of paper out of a hat. One had a dot, one didn't. Right. So I get back, and Akeem, you miss your day. You have to pick a paper out of a hat. No dot. apparently the dot meant the kids were a slave for a day. They were a slave for a day, and we had to treat them as such. So they got sectioned off, mind you. And again, there's me and there's one other kid in the class, VJ. We were the only black kids in the class. We looked at each other, we were like,
so you guys both were.
We were good.
You picked to be the owners.
No, yeah. We didn't. They didn't call them owners. They were just sectioned off, and to the point where it's like, I remember.
What a fucking
that's
worse.
So
you guys
dude, that's much worse than the stencil.
Bro, this was it gets worse. It gets worse than this. It got to the point where I remember. So all the slaves or the dot holders, single file. They had to walk in single file lines, and she took like yarn. And it wrapped their wrist like there were chains. And everybody walked in single file lines.
Imagine you pick the not dot. They're like, no, here's your dot.
Yeah. So fast forward now, it's like winter break's about to start. And we had our little like winter like concert or whatever for all the kids. And she brings the whole entire class in and she tells us, hey, so you'll be having a new teacher. For the rest of the year. Now, mind you, we're fucking like 11, 12 years old. Everyone's boogery crying hysterically because she was actually amazing. Like, we loved her to death. She was fantastic.
Slightly racist.
We didn't know what was going on. No one told us. It's only as I got older and I looked back and I was like, oh, that's why she got fired. Right, that's why for sure that had to be the reason because it was all within the same time.
Yeah,
period.
but imagine you fucking get home, your parents, what'd you do today, little Timmy?
I'm just glad I wasn't
we acted
a dot.
like slaves. They tied us together.
Here's the thing though.
Here's
the thing though. Here's the thing. It's like it's because the white kids were slaves, and this shit happened immediately. If me and VJ was just us, I'm pretty sure she would have made it through the entire year, and it just got fired for the next year.
How did it feel being on the other side?
That's implying that he's been on the other side as well.
Give me the honest answer.
It was lit.
You know what I'm talking about?
I get it, bro. I get it, bro.
I like this privilege. This privilege feels good.
Like every time I see like something in the news or anything like that, where it's like I see like people like fighting for like equality and like against police brutality and fight, and then I see like a white person going against it, I'd be like, I mean, I kind of get where he's coming from, bro. Like, that's like a lot of perks. Like, bro, I remember I used to work in an office, and we used to have these meetings once a month, and they used to cater it. And the second they didn't cater one, we lost it. We were like, "Where's the fucking food?" So I get it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm wrong. They're wrong.
Yeah.
But I get why you would fight for a perk.
Yeah.
I get it. So being on the other side, especially at 12. It's lit, bro. I used to take people's snacks at snack time. Like, you have a dot, you can't say shit to me. Give me your cheese string, and I'll walk off.
Dude, that sounds like those
bully,
fucking it's like the prison experiments that they did.
What?
No, you know, I forget the actual name, but it's when they made some people prisoners and some people prison guards.
Right.
Yeah, and then after a while, they're just treating them like
shit. But that experiment was
the
interesting.
equivalent, you're just stealing the guy's snack pack.
Right, but here's the thing, though. I think the experiment more like and shows less of how it feels to be like a minority and treated badly, but see how corrupted people get by power.
Yeah, you just get a little.
That's what I think. That's what I see when I see.
You guys are also 11, so you're not really thinking about it that deeply.
So let me ask you for sure, but I'm just looking at now that I'm an adult.
Yeah.
And
it was a slow burn of a lesson.
1,000%. So let me ask you, for this type of experience, do you guys think that people get encompassed and understand the struggle of being treated that way more than, or is it somebody gets drunk with power more? What do you think happens like more in that scenario?
What was the question?
So you see these prison experiments. Half the people are prisoners, half the people are.
Oh, like the Stanford prison.
Yeah, like
experiment.
who? Like
yeah.
That's the word.
What do you think is more likely to happen? People getting drunk with power, or people understanding how prisoners are treated and things? I think the drunk with power happens
immediately. Yeah.
Instantly.
Well, it took him I think it was 2 weeks in they started treating them like shit.
Like dog shit.
Yeah.
That's too long.
And it's a fucking experiment. You know, like they were told
day one.
As soon as you clock in, hey, get the fuck on the ground.
Tie my shoe.
That's
that kind of
crazy.
shit, yeah.
So yeah, that's.
I think you would definitely power trip quicker than you.
100%.
I did. I was 12 years old. I was geeked. They couldn't go to recess. They had to eat lunch for a whole week. They had to eat lunch.
I feel like you only learn the lesson though if you're on the bad side.
What do you mean?
The side that like is.
Yeah, you only learn the empathy part.
Yeah, if you're on the oppressed side.
Oh, absolutely.
That's
Then
the way
you
you
get it.
learn. So I feel like if you're on the power tripping side, you don't see it until
I don't
20
see a
years
problem.
later.
Yeah, I don't see a problem.
Then you're like,
Yeah.
that was pretty fucked
That
up.
was
You're like,
fucked.
can I actually hire someone to do this all the time?
But if you're on the side that's being oppressed, you're kind of like, oh, this sucks, and also I see how quickly it can get out of hand. You know what I mean?
I'll be honest with you. If me or my buddy VJ were in that line and got one of the dots, that shit would have made the news.
Oh, for sure.
Therefore, down to the wire means the very last possible moment or to the very end.